We are going for a walk in the park, literally, to talk about the best and the worst part of getting old. Look at this deer. This is great. Wow. Look at mom with two fawns, just chilling. Wow, and dad over there. Don't forget about dad. The best part of being 38 is that you can still run, you can still work out, you can build some muscle. At the same time, I feel at my prime. I feel that I can go hike in the desert. I don't need to think twice when doing something stupid. My body is still able to hold up. If I wanted to buy a Corvette right now, I could do it. When I was 25 years old, I couldn't do that. Now that I'm almost 40 years old, you start to appreciate the value of life a lot more. You realize that, luckily, human relationships are simpler than I thought. I used to think that human relations were very complex. Now, I realize that as long as you follow the rule of reciprocity, as long as you try to give more than you receive, it's actually very easy to make friends. Extremely easy. Here's some advice from an old guy. Always make sure that you give a lot more than you receive. When you go to a restaurant, be the guy that pays the bill. Well, I'm talking about your friends that you want to keep for life. If this is just someone that you don't really like, do whatever. But if you go to dinner with friends that you truly love, pick up the bill here and there. You know? Pay for the drinks. Be that guy. Be that guy for them. So I will say that as you age, being able to share experiences becomes more and more important. Because I feel that when I was 21 years old, 25 years old, I thought I had an infinite timeline to go and do things. But now, as I see wrinkles appear under my eyes and stuff like that, I realize that I better do the things I want to do fast and soon, else I'll be too damn old for that. There's a pivotal moment when you are 30-something years old where you need to start thinking in terms of wealth, in terms of building wealth. And I feel I'm exactly at that point. Don't get me wrong, I'm not anywhere I would like to be, but this year has been fantastic. I became an American with my wife. I know I already mentioned this on an earlier video, but becoming an American is that big for me, is that significant to me that it's worth mentioning it over and over because it brings me a lot of joy. Exercise. When you are my age, you can still build muscle, but not like when you were 20 years old. So the cool thing is that your brain will tell you to either step up your game and hit the gym more often. Well, my brain told me to do that, to focus, to create as much muscle as possible, so that when I hit 50 years old, I'm in a much better shape than now. Look at those guys just crossing the park, just chilling. I'm not sure if my 25 years old version will appreciate this as much as I do now. I see all those dudes, the little phone, and it just brings joy to my heart. Another great thing of being 30-something, pushing almost 40, is that you'll run into people from earlier in your life, and if you played your cards correctly, you'll feel joy. Let me explain myself. When I was 20-something, I used to be very temperamental, very aggressive, with all those hormones running to my veins. But now, probably there are less of those hormones, testosterone and stuff. And now, when I run into those people that I used to have problems with, I don't feel any anger at all. Somehow my brain maybe protects me, I don't know. I just remember the good times we had together. So I'm talking about bandmates from my childhood. I used to have a rock band from when I was 15 to when I was like 21 or 22. I think I enjoy the company of my parents more, and I treasure every moment, every meal, every walk. When they came up here, we went to Niagara Falls, and my mom had her phone out. You know, at some point when you go to Niagara Falls, you get close to the water, to the falls, and that's a lot of water. And my mom couldn't care less. She took her phone out and she was just recording everything, because I get it. Her iPhone might be a couple $100, while the opportunity to capture that moment is priceless. So I will say that as you age, you appreciate moments a lot more. You appreciate nature a lot more. When you see a tree, you see more than a piece of wood. You appreciate for how many years that tree has been slowly growing and becoming strong. You see the effect of years, of the time on nature. Things that used to be trivial to me, like flowers, like all that stuff I thought was pretty stupid. Now, all from a sudden, I catch myself being able to appreciate them a lot more. And I'm not religious, but you truly see the design of everything around you a lot more. Even mosquitoes, I guess. All in all, I will say that as you age, the number one thing you appreciate more is time, because your brain now understands that you're running out of time. So you appreciate more your own time and others' time. You appreciate it 10 times more when people take time out of their busy schedule to meet, to, you know, grab a beer or something, because their time is limited as well. That's the one thing I want to leave you with. Time is limited. No matter if you are 20 years old or 30 years old or 80 years old, be wise with your time management. Be wise with who you spend your time with, because you don't want to be my age, turn around and see that you just wasted your time bullshitting with people that didn't even care about you and stuff. Don't just spend a Friday evening at the mall with people that you don't even like, or with hookups. Create deep, rich roots with people that you love, so that basically you maximize happiness as you age. How about that?